Well, hello there. Thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here at Yadkin Lodge. Yadkin Lodge number 162. Free and accepted Masons. They meet today. They're actually having degree work, so yay. Looking forward to some degree work, let me tell you. They were here in Yadkinville, North Carolina, and I'm definitely looking forward to going inside of this building and showing you around and getting a tour. And so come join with us. And hey, if you have a lodge that you think is interesting, maybe I need to come see it, send me a message down in the description down below, or comment and say, hey, why don't you come visit my lodge at so-and-so, and I'll see if I can put it on my map, because I'll be traveling a lot in the next 4 years. So no matter what state it's in, or better yet, maybe we can figure out how to get a video from your lodge and I can upload it here on Coolest Life so others can see how beautiful your lodge is. But I'm gonna go inside here and take a tour around, so come join me, because you just entered the Coolest Life, Masonic Edition. Well, good news, I have made it in, and I am downstairs actually. Maybe I should go upstairs since everyone else is upstairs, but I wanted to show you this really neat. They've got an Eastern Star depiction here. Check it out. Isn't that cool? That's what Eastern Star does. They all get dressed up and they have all these chairs on the floor, and this is a regular meeting they would do this. So I think it's pretty neat. And we have made it upstairs. I'm glad we had it. There's an elevator here somewhere. I saw it downstairs. There's an elevator here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Yep, that's an elevator. It's actually one of those lifts. So they do have one of those, so that's good. A lot of times some of your older brothers, they can't make it up and downstairs, which is why all new lodges, I swear, in the last 20 years, they're all first level. There's no stairs in them at all. But got a sign-in book. They have this lodge meeting. We not only did they fill the chairs, which is always good for a lodge, but there was 22 of us on the sidelines. That's kind of rare. You don't see that a lot. They got a nice huge stand here for their aprons. Looks like these actually got people's names on them, so they would leave their past master apron here, which is kind of neat. They do that at Scottish Rite. They take their hats and put them in a room there, normally at a Scottish Rite. Let me turn this around real quick. A little disappointing, they don't have a door knocker. I guess you just use your hand. But this is their beautiful room here. Oh, them guys are yelling downstairs. I'm gonna close this door behind me. That's better. So here sits their senior warden's area. You can see he's got a column. Not much to speak of there. I like the chairs, they all match. And again, you know me, I do like a Masonic logo on some of this. Here's some, we've seen this in some of the lodges. This is some of the things they talk about in their first and second degrees. Maybe, it just says section 2. And I like these. I first thought that these columns here were, I thought the columns were stone the way they look, but they're wood. But boy, they got them painted like stone. They're about 6 feet tall. They got one on each side of the door. It's good to see columns inside the room. And also they got a really nice Masonic logo there. Down here, I've never seen a stone. Normally you either see a stone here or you see a piece of wood. I've never seen a stone on top of a piece of wood. And it's all one piece. It doesn't slide at all. So that was unusual. It's something different that you see. They do have an Eastern Star chapter here. So they've got some Eastern Star items here, which would be the crown. It says Eastern Star down there. They've got their past masters all across the room, across the top there. A lot of these guys were here today. Good seating. Seats are really comfortable. I was real happy that the seats were this comfortable. Oh, I want to show you one other thing. Of course, you're over here, and I saw this up here. They got a little hanger for these. One of the other lodges here recently we saw was they actually had them laying up here, which is a really good spot. So if you don't have a hanger, you can put them there. You've got the, I've never seen one of these made of wood. This is point within a circle. keeping within due bounds. So, and I wish I had seen that clock earlier. It's only 9:30. They just did a master's degree. I'm shocked. It's only 9:30 in there, and it's they've done a master's degree. Normally, it's, I mean, I've been to some master's degree where it's 11:30. So, they do have a. This is pretty common. This is what I see most of. This style, of course, those balls and the cubes are a little old. Got some age to them, but this is definitely the style that I normally see when I see. Oh, that was tough to open. When I see a box, sometimes you see them with the metal handles. Eastern Star logo there. It's like some gentleman's in the commandery. There's a past master apron. George Washington. They got a nice sword. You can buy these swords online. They're only about $45 to $60, and get one for your lodge too. They're really nice. I've got one in both of my home lodges, Midland Lodge and Rose Hill Lodge. We've got swords like that. Like the chairs. Those in good condition, like the holders. They've also got a traveling gavel here. This is their 25th Masonic district here in North Carolina. This is the traveling gavel here. Traveling gavels, you don't see a lot of them because lodges that have a lot of members normally get them all. So they've got one traveling gavel here. There may be 5 or 6 in the different parts of the state. Then this in here might just be for the 25th district. So if you're outside of this district and you bring 5 brothers from your lodge, you can't get that unless you're from this district. If you're from a neighboring lodge and you got 5 brothers here, you can get that gavel. That's the norm. Some you have to have 8, some you have to have more, but that's what you need to get, a traveling gavel. Basically, you take it with you, the master. I will say this: that square. Did you catch that square? Normally this square is either pointed upward or pointed downward. I like it when it points upward because then it looks like his jewel. Or should I say, like his jewel. His jewel's pointed upward, and so is the one on his apron. And I always like to see that to match if they've got one to put it point upward. But hey, I've never seen one on the side like that actually as part of furniture. We've got a curtain back here. I may have something behind it. I don't know. Oh, they got a set of working tools. Yeah, here we go. Pretty common set. This is probably the most common type of set I see when traveling down, even to different states. A set of working tools of the 3 degrees, the main working tools. There's their charter up there. I forget exactly what year it was, but and also the G is offset. You don't see a lot of lodges where the G is offset. Normally the G is dead center, either back to behind or out here up front. We did see one lodge where the G was here and the Eastern Star logo was here. So I don't know, to each his own. Secretary's desk. You always know it's the secretary's. It's a little more busy than the others because that's the side that the secretary sits on in the state of North Carolina. And here's our junior warden. Our junior warden sit, and his stewards sit next door to them. In other states, you'll see the stewards will sit other places. I will say more times than not, stewards sit there. Their chaplain does sit up here. There's only maybe 2 other states I've seen where a chaplain sits there. Our chaplain in the state of Georgia will sit here, right next to the master. In other states, like you get your master ceremony, junior and senior, then your chaplain will sit here, like in Pennsylvania. But you can see again, he's got the stone down there. Those are definitely made to go together. And if you're in most lodges throughout the country, you'll know something is missing here. We're on a master's degree. They did not bring out the lesser lights. So there are no lights around here. I think the lodge we just looked at, gosh, I forget the name of it. The lodge we just saw had lights, but they just had them there for some reason. They just hadn't put them up, I think. But most lodges you find in North Carolina will not have the lesser lights out here displayed. They say they only use those for the entered apprentice degree. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video here of Yadkin Lodge here in Yadkinville, North Carolina. Be sure to like and subscribe and send this to your friends who are Masons or non-Masons, because we're not showing any kind of degree secrets or anything here. I'm just kind of showing you the lodge and how beautiful it is. This is not a huge lodge, but they've got ample seating. And like I said, there was 22 people on the sidelines, and they weren't all visitors. So that was a really good sign. Definitely a sign of a growing and thriving lodge. One of the brothers is sitting next to me says he was 21. There was a 23-year-old across the room, so it was good to see some young blood in some of these lodges, because the average age just seems like it keeps getting older, and we definitely need some younger people to perpetuate the Masonry as a whole. But come out here and visit these brothers if you can. They meet, I think I showed that on their first and third Tuesday. Their regular meetings on the first. If they have degree work, they'll do that on the third, or so I found this time was true. But check them out, come visit them, and hopefully you can see some degree work like I did. It was amazing. Master Mason degree was really close to what we do in Georgia. The difference was they do the long version. They do a long version that we don't typically do on the norm in Georgia lodges. I have found that most lodges in the Northeast, they do a long version also. And I know they do in Indiana also, and Florida also. So maybe we're the only ones that don't do the long version every time. But they typically do the long version of a Master Mason degree every time. So it can make for a long night. However, I will say this. On a meeting like they did today, they said what the meeting was for. They did read the minutes of the current communication, but they didn't read the minutes of the last time's communication. But that's all they do. There's no new business, old business. There's no financial report. There's no anything. There's no anything. No other program. It's like, we're here to do a degree. Boom, let's get to it. They get to it. It's pretty efficient. Pretty efficient. But again, like I said, like and subscribe. Come visit these brothers at Yadkin Lodge. And I'm going to let you go because you're now leaving the Ghouls Life, Masonic Edition.